Here we go again. Here we go again. Oh, hello. I need to get rid of these, don't I? I forgot about these. There we go. Magic. Welcome back. It's the Crunch. Let's turn this music down a little bit. It's a bit of a banger though, isn't it? Woo. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Enjoy your watch along. I will be in and out during the game. And you, Brandon, thank you so much for dropping by. I really do appreciate it. I will try and drop by your good self if I am able to. My laptop is whirring like it's about to take off, so I'm hoping we're going to get through this. But La Crunch, we're looking forward to this one. This one's going to be a banger. It's going to be a big game. I hope, anyway. Hope it's not going to be a damp squib like the last one. Wales, Italy. Poor, poor Italy. They just look poo, don't they? It's not good. It's not good. But never the mind. Never the mind. We roll. Wales roll on for the Grand Slam. The big. What are we saying, brother? Welcome back, my Hong Kong friend. Yeah. I low-key want France to win this, you know. What are we saying? What are our predictions? What are we saying early doors? I'm going France 28-15. 2 tries from Johnny May for my fantasy team. Anyway, as always, I'm a lazy bones and I have not done my due diligence. But here are the squads for the day. So I'm going to have to write these down as I go. So for England, we have got in the front row, we've got Vunipola, Cowan Dickey. Great name. Great name, Dickey. Kyle Sinclair makes up the front 3. Then in the second row, no changes, I don't think. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. Itoji, who had a bit of a stinker against Wales. It's fine. We roll. You can't really leave him out. He just plays that close to the line of discipline. And he was found wanting in weeks 1, 2, and 3. It's the way it goes. Charlie Yules in at number 5 as ITV show us some beautiful drone shots of South West London and Twickenham as well. Onto the back row, return for Mark Wilson. I love this man. I think this man is probably the most underrated player in England, but he pairs up alongside Curry and Billy Vunipola. Into the backs, no real changes at 9, so we've got Youngs, and then we've got Ford at 10, and shush, thank you. We don't want to hear you. Then at 11, we've got Johnny May. Miss some chat. Also, reckon you could crank the volume up on your mic, Dickie? Yeah, of course I can. Am I a bit quiet? I do apologise. Let's lift that a little bit. How's that? Is that a bit better for you? There we go. Super stuff. Yeah, I'm not clipping out that. That's fine. Marvellous. Right. Gautier just given his final instructions before they go into the dressing rooms. Happy days. We'll carry on with the England squad. So we've got Owen Farrell at 12. George Ford at 10, obviously. Captain today as per the norm, despite his little dummy moments last week. We will forgive him those. 13 is Slade. 14 is Watson. And I've forgotten to put the N on Watson. And 15 is new boy Max Malins replacing Elliot Daly, who's been, quite frankly, poo. Right. Blue on white. Not easy to read. But we'll have a go. Let's get a little closer. Let's lean in a little bit. So we've got Barley. Then we've got Marchant. You know what? I'll pick these up in a minute. Have I got the picture still? No. Of course I've not. We'll do it this way. We'll make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Hawkers. Tafanwenya. Willemese. Cretin. What a name, Cretin. Olivion as captain. Aldrit at 8. And then into the backs. Dupont at 9. Jalabert at 10. Pinot at 11. Interesting. He can have an absolute stormer or fall apart. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully the latter if you're an England fan. If not, hopefully the former. Then at 12, we've got Fiku. 13, Vakatawawa. Teddy Thomas, 14, who's been outstanding this Six Nations. And Durin at 15. So there are the squads. What do we think? What are we saying? I reckon this has got the makings of a humdinger. It's either going to be electrifying or an absolute damp squid. If I'm honest, I think the big game of the weekend is tomorrow. So, yeah. Here's to hoping for tomorrow. Because Scotland could quite comfortably, on paper, from the Six Nations, could quite comfortably take it to Ireland and give them a bit of a shoe-in. George A. How are you, beautiful? England are going to get absolutely destroyed. I don't want them to get destroyed. But I do low-key want them to lose. Is that bad? I just want a Grand Slam final next weekend. That's all I want. I just want something to talk about. And there will be some huge questions asked if it does all go wrong. Anyway, let's get some music back on. Cool. So, Twickenham. Looks like a decent day there, to be fair. Let's have a look out the window. We're about 45 minutes north of Twickers. It's nice blue skies outside. So we are hoping for the best. England loitering in the tunnel, waiting for the French as they finish their croissants and port before we begin. Traditional thing they do, apparently. I think we need to lose to bring in fresh blood. Mate, let's be honest. If the press just shut up about England, we'd probably have a brand new 15. But because the press have decided that they want to select their own 15, Eddie Jones just doesn't like it. And he's poo-pooed that. And he will continue to poo-poo anything the press say about a player. Poor Sam Simmons. We just need to leave the poor boy alone. Anyway, the French are coming out. Good to see. Pitch looks exquisite. Always does, but Spider-Cam giving us some lovely shots thanks to ITV. A few flames fire out to welcome the French. Take from that what you will. And out comes Anthony Watson first. How many appearances has he had now? Wear the Rose hashtags on the big screen as the rest of the squad follow him out. Oh, it's his 50th cap. There we go. Congratulations, Anthony Watson. Is it really his 50th cap? The newer. There we go. So we will have our usual socially distanced anthems because that's the most obvious thing to do. We'll leave the squads up for a little bit while I write these down, and you can peruse them. Could have done this earlier. Never mind. Anyway, just a reminder that rugby is against racism, as we all are. Racism is not acceptable in rugby, in sport, or the world we live in. There we go. Interestingly, not a single French player took a knee. And about 3/4 of the English side did. Not sure what to make of that, but I'm sure they're not racist. That's not what I'm suggesting in the slightest. Oh, where's my desk gone? There we go. Yeah. Interesting to see how athletes continue with this. Because it's going to become just something they do at the start of a game soon enough, which will lose its meaning and momentum, which will be sad, because we don't want it to do that. Anyway, we are just listening to the dulcet tones that is the French national anthem, as they wave their garlic around the stadium. And we are good to go with that beautiful God Save the Scene sang in and amongst the amateur club shirts that were so placed out at one end of the field to represent all of the amateur clubs across the nation. Good to see everyone singing as well. Give it some welly, boys. Even Eddie Jones has got his mask off and having a little bit of karaoke. So, as they've just said on the TV, the 108th meeting of these two sides, we will go to the ad breaks, and we'll set up the ball tracking while we do that. Yeah. What I want to do. Okay. We've got some more copyright-free bangers on. Boom. Has that done the trick? Yes, it has. There we go. Happy days. Don't forget, of course, new stream. So new likes, please. We have 1. It'd be amazing if we could. So we got to 8 on the last one. Can we outdo that? Can we outdo 8? 8 likes. That would be the dog's bananas, wouldn't it? That'd be mental. But here we go. We are ready. Full of crunch. The French to kick off. It's going to be a humdinger. 150 years of English rugby painted above that Guinness logo in midfield. referee Andrew Brace from Ireland will be looking over proceedings this afternoon, along with his 2 touch judge assistants and a TMO. No Pascal, no party. You know it. You know it. He was running touch for the Italy game, wasn't he? Bless his little cottons. He's had some stick. We all make mistakes. It's frustrating, but it happens. Got to move on. He will learn from it, as will we. Anyway, French kick-off long, straight to Billy. He's got no room to run. Johnny May is stood off the pitch, trying to get the touch judge out of the way before he re-enters the field of play for the chase and misses the tackle. And Dupont, with his first touch of the ball, just finds a forward for a little crash. And Fiku with the carry to 10. Oh, ball tracking. What are you playing at? What was saying? You can't be doing this to me. And there we go. Thomas with the chip over the top. Malins. Oh, my word. Oh, my gravy. Oh. Not even 90 seconds of play. Thomas, little chip over the top. Malins blocks him, so he can't get to it. You think Watson's going to get there, but out of nowhere, Dupont parries the ball over the top of him, catches it, and dobs it down. 5-0 France. Oh, this is going to be a long day, boys. Oh. Oh, my gravy. What are we seeing it? Call me Mystic Mac. Is he in your fantasy team, though? He's in mine. Happy days. So 5-0 France, Dupont on the board. And the conversion, as ball tracking has just shown us, is gravy. So 2 for Jalibert as well. Well done, Jelly Baby. Over it goes. Oh. And for the fourth time in this Six Nations, England have gone behind first, which is not a good omen for them. They like to dominate and get the first score on the board and then sit back and just defend. Oh, it's not going to go well, is it? Use it is the cry from the referee as Dupont kicks from Le Caterpillar. And Malins onto the ball. Yules with the monster carry. And Ford puts it up. Goes forward about 15-20 metres. Johnny May's there. Johnny May's won it. Here we go. Quick ball. Youngs plays scrum half. Not Youngs. Curry plays scrum half. England scramble through Watson, but lose a bit of ground. And play slows down. But there is space out wide as we've got a 3-on-2. Slade, greedy Slade. Chews up the 5-metre channel. Gets dragged over. The ball is available just about. And Young scoops it out for a great line from Curry. Here we go. Mako tips it on almost unsuccessfully to Ford, who gets it off to Farrell, who gets it off to Billy. This is rugby. Watson Skips through one tackle. Pitch looks green. Hello, Rob. Welcome in. The action's at the other end, mate. That's why you can't see anybody out there. Ford on to Farrell. Johnny May ducks and dives. England scrambling forward, but the French are unwavered. Or unwavered, as they say. Cowan-Dickey. Curry, 5 metres out. Here we go. Here we go. Ball tracking. What are you saying? What are you saying? You're about 20 seconds ahead of me. Nothing yet. Okay. No spoilers. Cowan-Dickey then bumps it up. 3 metres out now. Trying to look for positives. And it just... As they're over the line. But held up. England scrum. Scrum 5. Let's go, England. That's the best they've looked all Six Nations. Let's be fair. Let's credit where credit's due. That is by far the best they've looked for the whole of the Six Nations, comfortably. Yeah, loads better from England. Much, much better. Just a little bit of niggle, some want, some heart. It's felt... Do you know what this Six Nations has felt like for England? It's felt corporate. Is that fair? A fair assessment? It's felt corporate. It's felt like a bunch of professionals doing what they're paid to do. Not a thing more, not a thing less. So France have got about 15 kgs on the scrum. So this will be interesting. But this is obviously one of England's strengths. So we'll see how that goes. As all first scrums do, it goes to ground. And we'll have a reset as the referee wants to come round the other side and see what the loose heads are up to. Oh, sorry. England loose head, French tight head, obviously. What are we saying then? France or Wales? Have the French lost it? No, the French are still on for the Grand Slam. So they could lose this with a bonus point. Or 2 bonus points. And still win the championship. Makes next week interesting, doesn't it? Anyway. The shove is on, but the ball is available. DuPont's having a little fish. But to no avail. Slade carries in. And Billy bashes up, but is tackled by 2. 2-man tackling is employed by the French 3 metres out. Well, have a look at that, Mr. Referee, because there was no arms in that spear tackle on Ford that he managed to just evade. But the quick line out has been taken. Anthony Watson didn't mark it, and they've gone quick. Evidently looking to keep the ball in play as much as they can. And Slade manages to slip it off the boot. And again, the French go quick. Is this a tactic? What's going on here? Like, you would never see lineouts taken that quickly in normal circumstances. What's going on here? This must be a tactic. They've listened to the Welsh and are trying to keep the ball on the field because they know England's strength is the line out. Anyway, they go wide to Watson, who chews up the field up to the 22 before he works hard on the floor and secures the recycle. England need to be smarter around these lineouts. Then they've got to mark it. They've got to mark that lineout. Get it marked quickly. as Youngs goes alone. Johnny May steps into scrum half. Where hasn't he played these Six Nations? 8, 7, scrum half. As Sinclair secures ball. And we've got a spoiler alert. Henry Slade bashes his way through up to the 4. And it's out to Watson, who is in the corner after 10 phases. Much, much better from England. Oh my days. What a game have we got on our hands here. This could be a thriller. Subs are going to really matter in this. So Anthony Watson with the try. Dob down in the corner. Oh my Watson, look at that. Ford has timed that pass to absolute perfection. Teddy Thomas has blitzed up for the interception and he's about 3 inches short of it. Oof. Oh my Watson. That's what we're talking about, boys. Jouet. Well worked. Great play from Ford. Ford is so underrated. His quality. Like if you watch his organisation skills, second to none. Garbisi actually reminds me a lot of Ford. I think he might be a very, very similar player in the next couple of years. Excuse me. Anyway, Farrell lines it up. He's about 2.5 meters off of touch, and as always, setting that ball inside the near upright, which always gives me fear. And it does start outside, but curls back to dead centre, and it goes 3 and Ford. Ford? What? Farrell jogs back. Happy days. 7 apiece. What a game. What a start. Sean Edwards must be screwing that they've conceded that try, because they didn't need to. If they soft drifted, they probably could have got there and prevented it. But anyway, England receive the ball. The caterpillar is set. And it goes back to Ford instead. And down the middle, straight down French throats, who spin it out to Teddy Thomas. There's a brilliant video by Squidge Rugby saying how Ford is the best 10 in the world. I disagree, but it's a brilliant watch. Is there? Might give that a watch. I do like Squidge. I haven't seen that one. As Farrell stabs it forward into the 22 grubber. Put them Frenchies under pressure at the line out. And England this time do mark the line out. So we will actually have a proper line out. Right. So, off the top, this is definitely a tactic by the French to play quickly. Well, that's in at the side, surely. Yes, it is. Blatantly in at the side and off his feet and everything else. England have the penalty right in front of the sticks. And I'd be amazed if they do anything but take the 3 points here. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Rib City. Naughty, naughty. Yeah, so out comes the tea. Action areas of the half. 7% in England's 22. 18% between England's 22 and halfway. 38% between the French 22 and halfway. And the rest, because it's gone off the screen, I think it was something like 28% in the French 22. Anyway, Farrell lines this up, and ball tracking has given us that usual spoiler. So we know this is going over. I can't get on with how wide he sets that ball up. It goes through the middle every time, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. Warren Gatlin in the stands, by the way. Having a little Mozambique. He came out, or Mark McCall came out last week, didn't he, to say that he'd had a phone call with Warren, and Warren had reassured him that there was no issue with the Saracens players playing championship rugby and also being selected for the Lions. So good news for Saracens players, but probably here go the French as he runs over Malins, but Malins does bring him down, and Mark Wilson is there to secure the tackle as Jalibert goes on his own and gets the offload away to Fakatawa. Thomas then plays scrum half, and the French deep in England territory as they look to move it wide. And they knock it on, but Billy picks it up and ships it onto Farrell, who ships it onto Malins, who clears downfield. And I tell you what, that ain't a bad nudge at all. Halfway between the 22 and 10. And that is a clearance and a half. Who was that? It's nearly murdered Malins. Oh, it's Marchand. Okay. So, French put in at the line out. And, Toje almost nicked that. Almost. But Marchant was there to scoop it up before Youngs could get onto it, and Dupont slides the ball back down Le Caterpillar and kicks away as Watson takes the catch. Oh, Vaseline Watson! And he chips it over. It's a foot race between him and Jelly Baby. Oh, but Jelly Bear gets there. And the French are able to clear as far as halfway before it goes to Ford, who gives it to Johnny May, who is scooped up. Ford in the 5 channel. Oh, this has got all the makings of a humdinger, but I just don't think they can keep this pace up. Like, this is full noise rugby as the French yeah, you got to give it a try, I suppose. So the French do all the hard work, counter ruck over the top of it, but just before they get past the ball, they fall over and then put their hands on the ball and present it, which is no good. So England get the penalty. I tell you what, this is just counter attack after counter attack from both teams. It's beautiful. Right. So, trusty Farrell's boot. What are we saying? I'm about 30 seconds behind the ball tracker, so we will see. We will see. 97% predicted kick success. It's halfway between the 5 metre channel and the 15. 22 metres out. You'd fancy him from here. And ball tracker tells us it's good. It is set so far wide of the post, though. But it sails through. Sails straight down the middle. And just James. Is it just James or just Justin? Can't remember. His young friend who isn't very well. Anyway, usual celebration for Farrell as he pops another one through the posts. 13-7. Up goes Yules and sets them all for Billy to peel off and wrestle a metre or two before the Caterpillars set and Youngs goes up. Compete with Johnny May. It bounces around through the air, but the French end up with it. As Jelly Baby dinks one over the top, Malin's got some work to do. Sat too deep, just about gets there to recover the ball, and now Ford jumps in at 9 and stabs one's downfield into the... Oh no, that was Youngs. Sorry, it was Youngs. Stabs one's just inside the 22 for a French line out. This is a far better game than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie. But already, 20 minutes in, Kyle Sinclair is on his haunches, blowing out his backside. You just wonder how long these guys can keep the pace for. The gap there. Okay. Up and down. And French go quickly to Dupont, who kicks, but it is charged down. Charlie Yules gets the ball. And Youngs, well, Youngs picks the ball up, stammers. Dupont grabs his arm. Youngs knocks on. Fair enough. Well done. Question mark over off or onside, but Curry, that is a huge effort. No, he's onside. It's fine. He's part of the ruck. Dupont blows out. Phew. What are we saying? What are our thoughts on the first 20 minutes? As the French set up this scrum and get the free kick for early engagement. And Jalabert steps in to kick clear. And England will have to put in at the line out on the 10. Which they go fairly quickly at in a 3-man line out. And Curry and Billy Vunipola crash up in midfield. Youngs on the wraparound finds a hole. No support. They don't call it Le Crunch for nothing. You're telling me. Knocked on. Knocked on. We've got a scrum. Let's have a breather, boys. Jesus Christ. This is 100 miles an hour. Considering they've had 2 weeks off with COVID, they don't look like they've had a respiratory disease, do they? There's nothing wrong with their lungs. They are moving bits. Yeah, Watson just not able to get on a support line. And Ben Youngs in the tackle. As he comes to ground, the ball just rolls. He rolls over the ball. It is a knock-on. It's unfortunate. scrums, man. One of these days, we're going to work out how to get a scrum to stay stable and competitive without having 20 resets. Right, some stats. Carries, England 45, France 24. Line breaks 4, France 2. Tries scored from line breaks, 1 each. Interesting. Let's have some more stats while we've got them. Overall possession, England have had 49% and France have had 51%. Overall territory, 65% for England as the scrum goes down again, but the ball is available and the French then maul over the top of England and win the penalty. Territory, 65 England, 35 France. Time in possession, 4 minutes 38 for England, 7 minutes 24 for France. 7 minutes 33 now. Penalties conceded, England 1, France 2. Discipline has been a huge improvement on their last outing. Right. So the French have a line out just inside the England half, which goes off the top, which has been a bit of a trend from them in the first 25 minutes. As Ficao gets them just short of the 10. And the French continue to motor forward and stab it through into England's 22 for Malins to collect and usher into touch. So Cowan Dickey will take this. And again, that line out is set up very, very quickly. So the sun glistening on the seats. It's a rare treat to see, obviously, without fans. Obviously very peculiar watching a game in an empty stadium. But hey, we'll take it. Some rugby's better than no rugby, right? But nice to see that. Nice to see the sun glistening off the seats. It's quite a sight. Bit gay, really, wasn't it? My wife's laughing at me. I don't blame her. I'm talking nonsense. Grr, rugby. Right, French through Jelly Baby. Breach the England 10. Oh, the big. Did you check out that live rugby tickets or whatever it was? Was TSW talking nonsense? He probably was, but yeah. Hey ho. Right, so the French now into England 22 with advantage. Penalty coming. No way through for Penou. How many phases have we had? They seem to be just going nowhere. As a pod of 3 carry up, but are met by Cowan Dickey, who boshes them, but they are able to get the offload away before Itoji finishes the job. Oh! Dupont. Ooh. Dupont with a cheeky little kick over the top. Jelly Babies ran through. And did he get it down? Did he get there? Well, he's blocking. Oh, he's knocked it on. They've got the advantage. Nothing was really coming. Henry Slade, boshing on the arm, forces Jelly Baby to knock it onto his knee. And what are you laughing at? Name's Jelly Bear, but I prefer Jelly Baby. No problem with that? Okay. Looks a bit dodgy though. Yeah, it's a legit website. Looks a bit dodgy though. Oh, crumbs. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He lost control. Yeah, never in control. But penalty for off feet. Rather 3 points than 7 though, wouldn't you? So Jolly Bear is collecting his tea and will take the kick. I said his name properly. Stop giggling it. No, don't do that. Okay. Right, kick's good. Impossible for it not to be, really. It's just left of the post. It's about 10 metres out. And that's 3 points on the board for Jelly Baby. Need to put some numbers on my notes, otherwise I'm going to keep getting confused. Anyway, Ford gets ready to take the kick. And we go deep into the 20... Well, we go deep, just into the 22. While Dupont moves it out. And, well, they had numbers on, but they've decided to kick instead. And Malins is given a relatively easy rolling ball to collect. And drives straight into the path of Fiku and Marchant. Again, another great kick. And France in all sorts of trouble on their own try line. Itoje nearly gets the charge down, but Ford opts to go quick with the line out to Malins, who jogs it up to halfway. And France get the penalty on their own 10, holding on from Malins. Not a lot he could do there. He had 3 jackalers all over him. They must be playing all the rugby up at the other end, you know. I'm not seeing anything in my background. Right, so we're going to have a French line out then. Oh no, spoiler. French go over the top of the back. Dupont to Jelly Baby. Over the top to Pinot. And he's in the corner. Oh, the scenes. It's a try-fest. It's a beautiful try, let's be fair. 8th try in 20th matches for Pinocchio. And let's just have another look at this. Oh, there's a gaping hole between Farrell and that Johnny May. It should be Slade. Oh, Slade's shot out the line. Left a gaping hole. Jalabert's attacked the hole. Forced May to come back inside. and then he can just float the pass over the top. To be fair, Farrell always had the pass covered. Always had Jalibert covered. May could have drifted off, but he didn't, and it's understandable. He had to cover the ball. You have to protect the threat. And France drift in front by 2, and this kick sails through. Wow, wow, wow. 17-13. 32 minutes in. It's a cracker. Le crunch. Let's go. That's what we want to see. This is rugby. Like, England are playing half decent rugby. The French are playing exquisitely, as was going to be expected. Oh. Get me a sock. Right, kick off. And the French are driven into touch. So England potentially have got an opportunity here, because they love a line out and they love scoring off them. So if this line out goes well, we could see another try here. As Farrell scoops one up to Curry, who carries forward. Youngs out to Farrell again. Ford, sorry. Who gets out to Watson through Malins. Back in for Mako Vunipola to carry up, and he inches a metre or two forward. Screen pass for Slade to dink one through. Here comes Farrell. Oh. He hasn't dobbed that down. He didn't dob that down, did he? He's just carried that over the line, hasn't he? Yeah, he's never... Oh, well. The French have got the 22. Not sure why. It should be an England 5. But there we go. And Johnny May takes it and is driven backwards before he successfully makes it to ground. And England, again, will start all over with a forward kick. It's got some snow on that. Watson's there. Slade can't pick it up, knocks it on, and the French will reset their attack. It's got it all, this game. As Le Caterpillar is set for Dupont, who will box away. Oh, no, he doesn't. He gives it back to Fico, who nudges it downfield, and England have the line out. Wow, wow, wee, wow. I'm loving this one. What are your thoughts? This is probably one of the most interesting games of the Six Nations so far, I think. It's had a bit of everything. Slade's not had a great start, which is a shame because I rate Slade. I like Slade. But he's been sloppy. Anyway, the maul is rolling before Youngs decides it's time to go back to the aerial route. And Watson gets the knock on, and Curry is there in support to pick up the pieces. Watson plays 9. Jesus, Sinclair fires a pass 20 metres and it goes over everybody's head. Easily. Oh, you mean easily the best game of Six Nations so far? I think so. It's been a corker. So fast-paced. So fast-paced. As the ball spits out the side and the French take back possession. and give it a little nudge downfield, where Farrell is found by Pinot. And chicken legs, Johnny May is away. Where's he going? He's going anywhere but forwards. Runs into Slade, who is just giving it to. And Slade boots it downfield for... not sure. Oh, it's Jalibert making meters. The French now out on the wing with Vakatawa. That beautiful French name. Vakatawa. And England turnover. And what? Teddy Thomas has managed to keep it in somehow. I'm not sure how. But he's rolled around the corner. The French have come blind. Dupont's had a snipe. Desperate England defence. Oh my days. What's going on here? Penalty awarded. Holding on. England scramble. Sinclair. Well, the whole world's about to drop out of Sinclair's lungs, I think. There's nothing left in them. He looks pooed. So does Mako. He's not looking great on one knee. Getting some TLC from one of the medics. So tomorrow, I had penciled in Scotland, Italy, or Scotland, Ireland, or Ireland, Scotland. I can't remember which way round it is. I had penciled that in as the game to watch this weekend. And we will be streaming that, of course. We'll be back tomorrow with that stream. I'll put the link up after this game and on Twitter as well. So do join us tomorrow for those. If you'd like to be notified when we go live, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notifications. That would be marvellous. Also hit that like button as well. What are we on likes? What are we saying on likes? 4 likes! 4 likes just before half time. Can we get to 5 before half time? We'll see. England line out is up and down and the maul is set. We are ever so slightly behind the ball tracker, about 30 seconds. So we know that the French are in possession. And we know why now. Sinclair bashes it up and spews the ball out. The French kick forward. Charlie Yules gets... Cowan Dickey grabs possession of the ball and Ford chips it into the stands. It's half time. It's half time, boys. What a half of rugby we've just watched. End to end action. Half-time score, England 13, France 17. Both teams putting in an absolute shift. Yeah. Magic stuff. Phew. What's your moment of the half? Moment of the half for me is that Dupont parry over the top of Watson to score the first try within 90 seconds. That was just a thing of beauty. Doesn't matter what team he's playing for. That was just marvellous. Marvellous stuff. Right. Yeah. Do tell. Do tell. Pray tell. What else happened? 5 likes as well. We did it. Yes. Let's go. That's what we're talking about. Right. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to try and be a little bit clever here. Add new. And we want What do we want? Window thingy, don't we? Let's have a look at some stats. Window capture. There we are. Oh, that's a bit big. Make that a bit smaller. Right, we have got some stats. Let's have a look at these. Right then, so for the first half, England held 47% possession. France's 53. In terms of territory, 54 for England, 46 for France. Time in possession, 9 minutes 39 for England, 11 minutes 17 for France. So that could explain those extra 4 points. Time in the opposition's 22, 2 minutes 8 for England, 2 minutes 30 for France. Time in the opposition's half, 5 minutes 27 and 5 minutes 31. So not a lot of difference there. Time in own half, 5 minutes 57, 4 minutes 15. England clearly not looking to spend any time in their own half. One phase, get rid. Let's scroll down a little bit. What else have we got? Total passes, 90 plays 85. That's a lot for one half. Bad passes, 3 from England. It's fair. 2 from the French. Again, fair. 5 offloads for England, 6 for France. 2 knock-ons for England, none for France. 5 handling errors for England versus France's 2. Rucks 1. This is astonishing. 53 for England, 41 for France. 2 losses of rucks for England, 3 for the French. 2 breakdown steals for England and 1 for France. This game has been played at 10,000 miles an hour. It's a beautiful thing to behold. It is amazing. It's a cracking game of rugby. The scenes we love to see. Right. So, at half-time, 13-17, let's have a little look and see what you guys are saying. Nothing. Oops. Okay. I'm going to take a short break, and I will be back in a jiffy. We are back, boys. How are we doing? And girls. And girls. We're here for everybody. What are we saying? My daughter's an absolute legend. Just as I was walking back through the living room to come back to my desk, she's handed me a handful of Haribo. What a diamond. Don't you love 5-year-olds? Sorry. So unprofessional. Such a high quality streamer that I am. What are we saying? The old Wuhan spicy lung didn't do much to the French boys. No, it didn't, did it? They have been all over the shop. They've been well up for this. I mean, they've had an extra rest week, sitting in their hotel rooms. But yeah, they have. They haven't lost an inch of pace, have they? They are on for this Grand Slam. They are not messing about. But England want to stick a sword in that chicken or whatever it is they have on their emblem. It's a cock, isn't it? And this could come down to the absolute wire. We need to have a little look at the table, don't we? Let's go and have a little look at that table. Right. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay. What is this table saying? Can I bring it up? Can I do that? I can. I don't think you can see it very well. But never mind. So, the French are currently 10 points behind Wales. So they need a bonus point win, don't they? Which they're on for. Having scored 2 tries already. And then they would need to beat Wales with a bonus point win. Yeah. Only a bonus point win for France. Oh, well, no, because they've got the Scotland game as well, haven't they? Ooh. They could afford to lose this and still win the championship if they beat Wales next week. That's a madness. What's equally a madness is Scotland. If England lose this and Ireland lose tomorrow, Scotland could go 3rd. Who would have thought of that 6 weeks ago when all of this started? Crazy, crazy times. How un-rock and roll is it to get COVID from a waffle round? Do you know what I mean? It's so French. It's so French, isn't it? Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. Ugh. Anyway, Super Saturday next weekend. We have got a busy, busy day. We're going to be streaming all 3 games, as we have done every week for this Six Nations. And yeah, we will be live throughout the day. I will set the streams up in advance, probably on Monday or Tuesday. So do keep your eye out for that. Yeah, do keep your eye out for the upcoming streams for next weekend. Oh, thank you very much. Let's put this somewhere safe. Okay. We have been supplied with caffeine. Oh. Right then, so last set of adverts before we get the game back underway. And wow, what a game it is. Right. Twickers is one of those grounds, isn't it? It looks the nuts. So what have England got to do in the second half? More of the same, to be fair. They've just got to break down this French defence and prevent... They've got to slow the game down. The French are trying to play a really high-paced game, and they just need to put the mockers on that broken play that the French are looking for. So, as is the new tradition with so many clubs these days, as they come out, just bosh a couple of bags quickly, and we will be off and underway with George Ford's kickoff in just a couple of moments. Spider Cam gets us out into the middle of the field. Yup. Is that you? Yup. Got to slow the game down. Yeah, if England are going to win this, they've got to slow the French attack down. They've got to commit somebody to a ruck and disturb things and put the mockers on this French attack, because they're just being allowed to play too quickly. As Slade's got some words of advice for Ford. And Andrew Brace is ready. So we are off and running. Let's go. Sort of medium length kick into French territory, and Maul is set and suitably sacked. So I can't say it now. The Caterpillar is set, and Dupont's going to kick this away. Infield, Malins runs onto it, also runs onto the chest of a French defender and crumbles suitably to the ground. Not sure what happened to the ball, but it went backwards and England still have it. So happy days there. Everyone's a winner. As the ball goes up, it's knocked forward. It's knocked forward by Jelly Bear. Jelly Bear? Jelly Baby. And we'll have a scrum. While Dupont has a little word with the referee. Don't think there are any changes at half-time. So we're going to stick with this fast pace. Elliot Daly just bounced up. Oh, was Malin swap for Daly? Is Daly on? Have they only given Malins a half? If they have, that's harsh. He wasn't having a bad... he wasn't having a great game, but he wasn't having a bad game. That's for sure. A damn sight better than Dildo Hands has provided so far. No, it was Malins. Malins is still on. As Wilson carries forward a metre outside the 22. Oh, Johnny May on the overlap. looking for the kick through, never came. And Curry bashes through the middle. As Youngs goes big and then shows soft hands to Billy Vunipola. And we go out wide. It is with Malins. And he can't get it. He can't twist his body around. And it'll be a French penalty for not releasing. You got me all confused. Just saw the 15 on the jersey. Yeah, they dropped him. He's been dropped. And the kick goes fairly wide. Not sure what Malins was doing with that, but he had a go at keeping it in play. He did bounce off. He crumbled, didn't he? He hit him, and he was like, when a pancake hits the ceiling, it sticks for a second before it slowly falls down. And Jalibert steals possession and goes for a little run sideways before Dupont secures the kick away to Malins. Inside his 22. Boots downfield. And the kick tennis continues as it goes up. And it's competed for brilliantly and taken by Durin, who has allowed Fakatao to wrestle for possession in the next carry. Right. England need to just find touch. Thomas. Oh, but it's forward. It's forward. I thought Teddy Thomas was through them. I think I've selected him for my fantasy team this week as well. I don't know. Let's have a goosey gander. Let's have a goosey gander. Minnie. Yeah, it's forward. Way forward. Unlucky France. So we'll have a scrum down here and England will have the put in just inside their own half. No, I didn't go with Teddy. I went with Reece Zammit, who was very profitable this weekend, and James Lowe. I made Reece Zammit my captain as well. Doubled up on 3-figure score. Happy days. Oh, ball tracking. What are you telling us? Penalty advantage? What have we got? We're still watching a scrum. Ah, okay. Penalty advantage from the scrum for collapsing. But Johnny May out on the wing. Bounces in his usual step fashion. As the French hold on to him. But leave a huge gap. Oh, that's beautiful. Young slides through the hole. Backdoor to Ford. Chicken wing pass. And England again look threatening as Mako carries, but just as I say, England look threatening. We're just not supporting this breakdown. Like, we send one man in and then the Jackalers can easily set. Another penalty conceded by England. And Jelly Baby clears to about halfway, I'd say. Just over. That's a glorious hole, and he just lifts it ever so gently onto Ford, who can then just drop it onto Mako, who who can carry on the run. Right, so French are moving round the corner. Jelly Baby into midfield with not sure who. Number 8, who was that? Aldrit. Advantage coming for the French in a very kickable position. Malins scoops up the ball, so we'll come back for the penalty. There we go. Oi, oi, oi. It's non-stop this game, isn't it? Right. So we'll just wait and see what happens with this penalty then. And you fancy him from here, to be perfectly honest with you. It's pretty much straight down the middle, 30 metres out. I'm sure they're going to show us the... they are showing us the shirts. They keep showing Stockwood's one. It's really annoying me. I can't see the Dunstable one. Really winding me up. They've got Stockwood, which is our rival club, slap bang in the middle, and they get prime viewing every time they show those shirts. And I've never seen the Dunstable one. Never mind. Okay, it goes over. Another penalty kick, successful for Jelly Baby, and the lead. Stretches to 7 now. Right, so we go deep for Alderit to carry back. And Dupont is able to kick clear. Right, so England line out. About 24 metres out. And they go off the top. Oh! Big carry from Billy, who's starting to look like he's got a little bit of form back. As Yules comes round the corner, but it's crossing, and another penalty against England. Discipline, discipline, discipline. I'd be interested to see a map of where these penalties are conceded. That would be quite interesting. Right, so the French have a line out just inside their own half. And, sorry, just inside England's half. They have won 8 and lost 1. England have won 7 and lost 0. Let's see how this one goes. It's gone up to the back pod. England don't compete, and the French knock it on in the peel round the corner. But Mako wrestles with it. Ben Youngs gets slapped silly. Ford picks up the offload and is forced to kick downfield. The bounce isn't too kind, but Durin gathers on the 5 metre line and thumps it clear. Net gain for England in the end. Whew. Jeez Louise. Wow. So England are going to have a line out just outside the 22, and it's gone again. They are not messing about in this game. And the whistle's blown. Penalty against the French. I make that 4-3 penalties. But I could be wrong. Farrell's going to have a kick at this then. Reduce that deficit back to 4. Get them within an unconverted try. It's needed, really. And you would say this is more than kickable for Farrell. Unless he returns to his kicking form from the Autumn Nations Cup final. Where anything can happen. Right. Let's have a butchers. Let's have a gander. He's 3 from 3 today. And he's kicked 2 from much further wide than this. And they've all sailed down the middle. But commentator's curse is a beautiful thing. He always looks so distressed kicking, doesn't he? He's not set this up so wide. But ball tracking spoiler, the kick is good. Everyone's happy. It's 16-20. It does go further left through the posts. So he did set it up a little bit narrower than he would normally. But it's good anyway. And the flame machines in the background blast their little fireballs in celebration. And we will get ready to go again through Jelly Baby. Sloppy. England lucky, really, there. Yules has gone up. It's gone over him. Mays jumped up, slapped it backwards. Billy's tried to jump on it. No luck. And then the French knock it on. Ooh. Could have been the French attacking in England's 22. Not to be. England have to put in at the scrum. Just outside the 22. Oh, ball tracking. What are you saying? What are you telling me? England penalty awarded. Collapsing at the scrum. There we go. Level on pens. Oh no, they're not. I haven't been counting very well. 7 pens to England, 5 to the French. And England clear their lines. Just short of halfway. Oh, you know, there's an argument that Sinclair's gone down there. Hey, Wendy. Welcome back. How are you? As England roll this maul on, it's racing forward. But it ends up coming to ground. And again, another holding on penalty against England. Oh. Cowan Dickey this time. England just finding themselves so isolated. No support around the breakdown. And any support that is there is late and off feet. You're tired, Wendy. Why are you tired? What have I missed? You've missed an absolute corker, is what you've missed. It's been electrifying at Twickenham. End-to-end action. Some of the sexiest rugby I've seen in ages. And it's close. Anyway, England steal the line out. Kick downfield where Johnny May grabs hold of Jelly Baby, but the referee blows his whistle. No idea why. In at the side. So England have the pen. Discipline starting to rack up as players get tired. Not the best of kicks. Oh, here we go. Speaking of players tired, we have some changes for the French. Are the first to move on the subs bench. We will bring you those as they tell us. Anyway, England have the line out on the 10, and it goes over the top, and they've missed it. But lucky England. Tafanua is off, and Keizo is on. I think that's how you say it. Keizo. Not sure who the other one was. I apologise. Right, England have the put-in at the scrum. Mark Wilson with a little bit of blood trickling down his eye. We love to see that. We love to see a bit of rough and ready, don't we? Right. Here we go. Young snipes, blind. Chips it over the top. Oh, it's too much. It's out on the fall. Wasted. Nice idea, though. Nice idea. Oh. Well, I mean, it's just sort of a giveaway, isn't it? It's just putting the French territory under threat. But yeah. Oh, Dupont with a bounce pass into Aldrit, and Jelly Baby kicks centrally downfield to Chicken Wings Johnny May. Bark, he takes it up to the French 10. Be right back. Okay, Wendy. Peace and love. What do we got? Referee's blown his whistle for a knock-on. We'll have a French scrum. Copyright bangers. Copyright free bangers. Mako. Again, just like the Welsh, the French are attacking the ball that's being carried. You've got to protect it. If you're the ball carrier, your sole responsibility is looking after that ball. Poor. Poor. Right, French put in. Penalty advantage coming as well. Mako collapses. But Aldrit is able to get away, and Jelly Baby sees no advantage, so comes back for the penalty advantage. For collapsing. Yeah, he just completely slips and loses his footing. So, French are going to kick for touch. Or they don't find it. Excellent work from Johnny May. Malins tries something clever. Young spins it out, so does Ford. Slade says, I've had enough of dancing around an R22. Let's get rid. Kicks it downfield. And Durin is there to collect and pass on to Teddy Thomas, who spills it forward into the hands of Watson. England move the ball from left to right before deciding to... from right to left before deciding to boot downfield through Johnny May. And I tell you what, it's a hell of a kick. He's halfway into the French 22 and he's bounced it into touch. So we'll have a French line out. That is a huge... You would imagine the French are going to kick this away. That's going to be a huge net gain. And that is a very aggressive running face. Ellis Genge, what have you done to your lid, my friend? So Genge is on. Mako Vunipola is off. Wilson is on. Wilson is off. Ben Earls is on. And Malins is off for Dildo Hands Daly. Wow. Plenty of changes there. And Dupont kicks clear as far as the 10 and down Chicken Legs his throat. And here he comes up towards the 22. But ball stolen in the breakdown, and the French now look dangerous as they look for space and find it. Oh, the bounce isn't kind for Pinot, but it's good enough for him to take it and chip over. Elliot Daly floundering, trying to wriggle free of 1, 2, 2.5 tackles. Oh! And the Caterpillar set, but Youngs goes back to Ford, who throws it down the throat of... Oh, hello! Who was that? Was that Jelly Baby? How French to drop kick a goal from there and miss by so much. I don't think it was, you know. I'm not sure who... I think that might have been Durin going for a drop goal. Anyway, kick tennis continues as Dupont calls the mark and brings an end to that nonsense. What are we saying? Who's going to win this? 15 minutes left. Call your winner. Call your winner. Who is it? France or England? Oh, all my days. Right. England have the line out just inside French territory. Action areas: 19% in the French 22, 42% in the French 22 to halfway, 31% in England's halfway to 22, and 8% in England's 22, but a vital 8% as the French have had a couple of penalties, haven't they? And England, oh, he's just come onto the field as well. First job, in at the side, Muppet. Not even close to coming through the gate. Sean Edwards has got this defence on toast. Like, they are clicking. Rugby will be the winner. You ain't wrong, mate. You ain't wrong. This has been a great game. I don't even care if England lose this one. It's just been a great watch. Thank you for joining me, because I'm having the time of my life. Billy looks butchered, but he'll continue as the French have the put in at the line out just outside the England 22. And they go to the back pod, and Dupont just about gets hold of it. as a huge line is run by Fakatoa, and England get the knock on. Scrum. Rugby. Happy days. What game. Right, another change. Barley for the French is off. And on comes Jean-Baptiste Gros. He's not a gross looking man. He's okay. He's well-trimmed beard. Well-trimmed lid, considering the barbers are closed. Right, England with everything to do in the last 13. 4 points adrift. Ben Young's not happy with tight head trying to bind early. Sneaky. No, I don't. What is this advert about? Jesus Louise. Right. So. Still not happy. Sinclair struggling with sweat in his eyes. This particular scrum feels incredibly tense. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you at all. Anyway, it finally comes in. It wheels, and England get the penalty. You just knew something was going to happen in that in that scrum. But Genji's Genji's very happy with that. Anyway, standing up in the scrum, penalty. I've got the penalty count as 10-7 now. So, fairly respectable, but discipline's still an issue for England. If they give away 3 penalties in the last 10 minutes, they really need to have some heavy conversations around discipline. Right, line out for England. I'm not going to lie, I don't think England have made enough changes. I think they've made 3 changes. And there's 10 and a half minutes left. Given the pace of this of the game this is being played at, it's not a lot. Anyway, England chip over. Teddy Thomas has been snaffled inside his own 22. Ooh, French scramble back round to set Le Caterpillar. And Dupont is looking for Jelly Baby to get rid. And he's very nearly charged down. And England go quick to Daly, who runs into trouble but is able to recycle. Forward to Johnny May. England looking to play quick ball now. Work that scramble defence. May points out the direction he wants Youngs to go before Youngs reverses the other way. Cowan Dickey carries up to 22. Oh, Nelly. For a prop forward, Sinclair's got beautiful hands as Daly skips across a couple of tackles, but the French blast over, and Andrew Brace gives a penalty. Not sure about that one because the French kicked the ball through the ruck. And Elliot Daly's been kicked in the head. Hands in the ruck was the official verdict on the penalty. Let's have a little look at what went down. So, Daly carries in, tackled by Durin. No, sorry, that was the phase before. Oh, it's completely accidental. But Pinot is basically come in and stamped on his head. But, as I say, zero intent. Completely a rugby incident. Billy Vunipola, 16 carries, 81 metres. Couldn't get his name out quick enough to read the rest of the stats before they went off the screen. So the French kick clear to their own 10 as they make another change. Marchand off, Chat on, and Cretin off, Wookie on. No. And Jamie George is on for England as well. Cowan Dickey and Slade have both gone off. Didn't see who came on for Slade though. Right. The maul collapses, but the French very able to retain possession, and the French are in a bit of trouble. Kicks charge down, and Dupont has been slapped by Itoje in a legal sense. Oh, Kyle Sinclair's off and Will Stewart's on as well. And Henry Slade is off for Ollie Lawrence. Let's hope he gets more than 3 metres of carry ball. Okay, here we go. Come on, England. Watson, up to the 10. Daly carries on his own. Gives it to George. He's got nowhere to go. But England breach the 22. Great hand, great pickup by Ford, who gives it off to Genge, who batters off 2 defenders. Let's go, England. Ford's blitzed it off of a couple of forwards' face. It's bounced off them. They've been unable to... Well... They've been unable to take that. The French have kicked downfield, and England now just about have the ball just inside their own half. But Farrell on the wing carries up and gives inside. England now on the 10. Sloppy passing, no. And May is able to recover. Who tries to offload to Ben Earls, who carries 10 metres. Very strong run. Pinot just getting a free shot on May before Genge carries up himself. That was cooked. Oh, it was burnt, mate. Burnt waffles. That's what that pass was. Right, England penalty. Just inside French territory. It's kickable. It is kickable. But do you back yourself to get another chance? They don't. They're going for the corner. Right decision. Right decision. You need 5. Oh, didn't chalk that off, did I? Well, he's found touch. About 9 metres out. He won't be too pleased with that. Ben Youngs is done for the day. On comes Dan Robson. I love Robbo. Here we go. Jamie George with his first one. It's down and the maul is set. England penalty advantage. It's rolling. Well, it's not rolling forwards anymore, but peel off. Jamie George. Who's that? Will Stewart's tried to go it alone. Crawls forward. Itoje! Held up. Held up. Oh, my days. I think he's held up. Oh, and we've caught up with the ball tracking. For the first time in the game, the first time in the 2 games we've watched, we've caught up with the ball tracking. Ugh. We're going upstairs. I don't think he's got this down. If it is, it's a try for Itoje. Oh! Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it scrapes the line. You think held up? I think I'm going to have to agree with you, but I'm not sure if it scrapes the line as he lands. It's definitely held up here. But here, the ball is down, and then as he turns, it gets held up. Just watch it from this angle. It's down, definitely down there. And then it's held up, but I don't know. See, I don't know if the referee has awarded. I don't know what his soft decision is. If his soft decision is try, there's enough evidence there to say inconclusive. Go with your decision. There's equally enough evidence there to. Oh, and he's given it. Oh, lick crunch. The scenes! Maro Itoje atones his sins. Oh! My days! Oh my scrum cap. What are we saying? Unbelievable. Eddie Jones is doing a jig on the stairs. Yeah, I think it's good, actually. I can tell you, it is good. Farrell with the kick. Apologies, sorry. Okay. Take your time. Conversion successful. Oh, the scenes as the fireballs kick off. World Rugby, make me a TMO. You know it. Right. 2.5 minutes. Oh. And England have possession. Play the clock. Don't kick it downfield. Play the clock. Oh. Robson. Yours is off. Johnny Hill is on. Discipline. 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 As England get the penalty for holding on. Oh. Oh my frog's legs. What are we seeing? Murray Walker has died. What? What's this, Ewan? Has he? Formula One broadcaster dies at 97. Oh. Oh, well, thanks for the good cheer, Ewan. That is terribly sad news. A minute left on the clock. A point in the game. Anthony Watson has been given man of the match. He was going to be my man of the match as well. But in all the excitement, I forgot to name him. He's had a cracking game, hasn't he? Anyway, the French have a line out just outside England's 22. I've no idea why that happened, but it did. Anyway, the French go wide. They've got numbers, but Watson is there to cover with... Don't know who that was. But he's bringing attitude, and I love it. And we've got an England scrum. An England scrum advantage coming. Take your time. Take your time. Get red. The clock goes red. The whistle blows, and England win Le Crunch. The scenes at Twickenham. Oh, my days. Gautier looks like he needs a couple of waffles. Wow, wow, wee, wow. What a game of rugby. What is going on here? Get that off. Get that off. Let's go back to the... We want that one. There we go. 23-20 is the final score. Phew. Oh, my frog's legs. What a game of rugby. Where has that performance been from England for the entire Six Nations? DuPont looks well stroppy. And rightly so, because, let's be fair, they were well in that game. What an advert for rugby. Congrats to my Anglo-Saxon friends. Thank you so much. We've been crying out for a decent performance, and we got one today. Congratulations to Anthony Watson on his man of the match try-scoring performance. Whew. What a game. Love that. Right. We're back tomorrow. I'm going to get some tea. Because it's 6:30 here. So yeah, tomorrow we are back for Ireland, Scotland. No doubt going to be an absolute humdinger. Scotland desperate to get some more points on the board. Ireland desperate to not finish in that second wooden spoon spot, having only won one game this tournament. Wow. Right, join us tomorrow, and we will be live about 15. Yeah, he's a commentator. Yeah, Formula One, isn't he? Very, very sad. Wales have shaken another contender to the Grand Slam. Well, yes, but the French can still do the dirty on them, can't they? Yeah, so hopefully next week in Paris, Welsh dreams are shattered, so I don't have to eat a raw leek. That's the honest answer. Right, anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your support. Thank you for hitting the like button. We will try, as we have been for the past couple of weeks, to get some videos out midweek, some little tidbits for you to enjoy, as well as some other content as well that I am working on. Right, enjoy everybody. Have a good evening. Enjoy your Saturday night. The big enjoy your sleep. I think it's late there. But yeah, we will see you next time. Peace and love.